What is up, beautiful family? Welcome in. I hope you are all doing well. Um, I'm doing pretty good. um, Today I'm going to talk about, I think, moving through shadows, a couple visions that I had, or a vision that tied all together. And then, I don't know, whatever else. I never know, like, Spirit prompts me on things to talk about, but then when I start, it's like I don't really know how to, what order to go in or whatever. So then it is up to me, the creator, to bring all of these ideas and thoughts into words. And, I think the best thing to do is for me to just start talking, and then eventually my mouth will just keep on going and I'll be in the flow, and then I don't have to think anymore. And I think that's the problem, is that sometimes we overthink things, which I'm going to be going into one of the things I was talking about now. So it's awesome. Life is amazing. So I had a photo shoot over the weekend. It was Saturday. And I was so excited to do it, and I knew it was going to turn out amazing because Spirit said, yes, dude, today's going to be awesome. The pictures are going to turn out awesome. The experience will be awesome. So I went there. The people were very beautiful, very amazing, cute couple. And then their dogs weren't really cooperating that much, but that's okay. I got a couple frames of them too. But then afterwards, once everything was said and done and I was editing the pictures and everything like that, I started to get imposter syndrome, right? And I'm like, what if they don't like it? What if blah, blah, blah? What if, are these good? Are these okay? And I told Sammy, I'm like, are these good? Like, are these okay? Do these look professional? And she's like, yeah, I think they look good. And I'm like, are you just saying that because you're my wife? And she's like, no, they look good. And I'm like, oh, okay, And I was sitting there and I'm like, it's okay. This is higher self me talking to um 3D me, right? Like, everything is okay. You're feeling this way because it was the first time that I charged for my photography, and they gave me more than what I charged. So then I felt like there was pressure put on me to create the most extravagant thing. But also, imposter syndrome really is just you stepping into a new role and not being sure within yourself yet. It doesn't mean that it's not right. And I feel like imposter syndrome can sometimes push people away from their goals because they don't feel like they're good enough, or that they are meant to be doing this thing. But it's like everything has baby steps. Like, I had big imposter syndrome doing what I'm doing right now and doing readings and stuff like that, but I kept following my heart and my passion. And I love photography. I've been taking photography since I was in high school. I wanted to actually go to school for it, but life got in the way of that. And I'm like, no, this is good. Like, it's okay to not be 100% sure within yourself. But if you know that it lights up your heart, then just follow that, right? And then I had, oh, and then eventually you will get there, right? Eventually you will be comfortable. But even when I went there, I thought, okay, you know what? The lighting wasn't the greatest, but we made it work. It actually turned out really fucking good. But I was there and I'm like, dude, I should get one of those lamps with the umbrella behind it, so that I can bring it with me. And I don't want to be, I want it to be low key. I don't want to have all of this different equipment and stuff like that, but a light would probably work good. And maybe a couple backdrops or something like that, and that's about it. But and then I was thinking I really want to do like nature photos too, with shoots with families or whatever. So this is all going through my mind when I'm there, and I'm like, okay, so this is the start of the evolution of what I want to do with this. And we as people are multidimensional beings, so we could receive income from basically anything that we do, that we that our heart wants us to play with, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is one of the ways, and I know it is because it actually happened. So then it's just like opening a door to a new potential. And it's like you have to step through and have to have confidence, even if you have imposter syndrome, even if you have these shadows that are coming through. Because the only way, like you can see the shadows and you can see your doubts and you can stray away from them, but I do believe the only way to move out of those energies is through them, is through accepting and walking yourself through. And yes, we are all here walking each other home, but also it's like you within your higher self is here walking you through these obstacles or through these shadows or through these limiting beliefs that are here. And how we do that is just by sitting with them and accepting them and saying it's okay if I don't feel 100 right now, because I'm just starting, and I accept myself for that too. And I accept myself if I make mistakes too. There were a couple pictures that were blurry and I could have changed like the shutter and stuff like that. And now I know, right? Every step is a learning tool, right? Everything that you do builds up into what you are meant to be here for, right? So, hold up, I feel like I want my music to be a little louder because it soothes me. Yeah, so that's what I was going through. But even through that, moving through the shadows, you know, I posted that Odin meme or graphic, whatever, and it says your shadows are the key to your enlightenment. And it's so true, because your shadows come up to show you where you are still within dense energies within yourself, and believing those energies. And this is where the alchemist comes in, right? To be the alchemist is to transform these energies, right? And then still live your life being this transformed person, putting this energy into divine enlightened action, right? And saying, no, I have the courage, I'm gonna do this anyway, you know. And then it turns out that she fucking loved the pictures, and then she posted them and there was a bunch of comments on them and a bunch of hearts, and I'm just like, all right, dude, see, all of that worrying for nothing. Spirit places you and brings you these, it's like you are manifesting this experience. So spirit, your own spirit, your own soul brings forward these opportunities, and it's you who chooses them, right? And choose them all the way through, see them through, so that you know what you are capable of, right? Yeah. And then there's always room for progress, right? There's always room to better yourself. Not saying that you're never not good enough, but it's like you can see the expansion, right? Yeah. And what we don't change, we choose. This is a big one. What we don't change, we choose. So if you're sick of an environment, or if you're sick of an outcome, or if you're sick of a relationship, then shift it, right? If you're choosing, like if you're not changing it, then you're choosing to be within that space. You are the creator of your reality. So what are you choosing? If you don't like something, shift it. See the possibilities. Open yourself up to the divine. And actually, it's like first you have the realization, right? And then you say, I don't want this no more. I don't want to choose this anymore. I want to create a reality that is bigger, that is better, that will fit my new vibration that I'm stepping into, right? And then you say, universe. Yes. Okay. they're saying say this a different way. Then you imagine and you embody what it is that you would like to be in, right? Your environment. You want to be in peace. You want to be in love. You want to be in a space that is here to support you. You want to be able to rest, to nourish. So then you start to embody that, because what you are is what your reality will shift into, right? And even if it's just an idea at first of you saying, okay, no, I don't want this, I'm going to choose something else. And then you choose to open up the doors to different possibilities. And then you start to see, oh, okay, this is what I want, embody the feeling. And not everything is going to be exact to what you are thinking that it will be, right? It's not going to come down to, oh, okay, I want this big house, I want this, I want this, I want this, set things. No, it's going to reflect the feeling that it brings, and the universe will put you into that place where you need to be to receive that feeling, right? Yeah. And it'll be like a perfect match. It'll be beyond what you think, beyond what you see in your mind, because you match it with the feelings. Yeah. It's 11:11 right now. See that? 11:11. Also my baby son. Yeah, and this is like yeah, I feel that this is what I'm moving into too. Of course, like I've been manifesting, me and my wife, manifested this house, us being able to relax more, not having to work a 12-hour job. And like I said, I was really set on, like, I'm a workaholic, I always have been. And right now, I am practicing on being safe within not doing things, like I'm always doing things. I'm a very busy person. I'm a very active person. I do a lot, and I'm trying not to burn myself out. And I'm trying to, and I am implementing these things. So I had a photo shoot on Saturday, and then Sunday I had a private party at my work that I worked, and then I went out and had a couple drinks after that with my wife, and then I relaxed on yesterday, Monday. We played video games all day, because she was off of work too. And there's this thing that when I'll be playing video games, and I could feel this time, and I felt it before, and then it would consume my mind, right? I would be like, why am I playing video games when I could be doing something else, And it's like something productive. Why play video games when I could be doing a video, when I could be doing some readings, when I could be mapping out the stars? Why am I doing this? And then it hit me, and it's like, you are safe to relax. You are safe to just be. You did your photo shoot. You had your private party. You made abundance. Abundance found you through those. And now today, and then you got to have a little bit of party yourself, right? Then you got to have some time to have some fun yourself. And now today is a day to relax. And that's good. It's good to relax. You don't always have to be doing things. You don't always have to be work, work, work. And I think too, because within like YouTube and stuff like that, I used to listen to hours and hours of YouTube, not only spiritual, but how to better yourself. And it would be like, make a checklist, do this, do this, do this, do this throughout your day. If you're not consistent, you're not whatever. And that's like a big masculine energy. And I have a lot of masculine energy. So I'm always like, I could be doing stuff. And then I get burned out. Or I guilt trip myself of like, why am I relaxing when I could be doing things? But then But then Spirit came through and said exactly what I said. It is okay. It's okay to have fun, to relax, play your video games, love on your wife, play with your dog. It's okay to chill, to relax, to be. Because then your own energy will be more abundant, right? Your own energy will be on point. The more you relax, rest, treat yourself well. This is what manifests your reality. And what you do not change, you choose. So if I am choosing to ignore rest and always doing videos, always working, always trying to better myself within a crazy, hardcore way, then I'm never going to have time to relax or rest. Yeah, and I thought I was relaxing and resting throughout this past year, but I feel like I was to an extent, but I was still learning and I was still going and stressing about relaxing, and now I feel like yesterday there was a big shift. Can you guys feel the shift, by the way? It's here. I'm getting to that too. And now it's just like, now I can relax. Even within doing housework, like I wake up, dishes, laundry, clean the house, feed the pets, whatever. Sammy helps too when she's off, but when she's at work, that's what I'm doing. And I always have to be like, oh, I gotta do this. And it's like, no, dude, it can wait a bit. Like, just chill. Just fucking chill, man. Like, relax. And it's like, okay. All right, I'm doing that. Beautiful. And now we come to the visions. Yeah. So, I've been watching Vikings, and the Norse mythology is huge. All of the gods and deities are huge for me because they come to me, so I want to study them, I want to feel them, but also I can see reality through pinpointed energies of the gods, right? And through the Friday and Saturday, I was feeling the shadows. That was my self-doubt coming up, right? But this is also for the collective, because we are one, truly. So Friday and Saturday, I felt the shadows, and your shadows are the key to your enlightenment, right? Which was Odin energy coming through. And then yesterday morning, I had this vision, and it was, so I'm watching Vikings, and there's a seer on there, and they make them look all scary and stuff like that, but that's like, to see is to face scary things, right? And to not be afraid. Yeah, do not be afraid. Because even the shadows are a reflection of you. And when you get scared from the shadows, you're giving them your power, right? So I was laying there, me and Sammy were napping, and I was just holding her and stuff. But then I started to come into this heavy vision, and it was this this person, or this creature, this thing, and I could see that it was reflected from the seer on the Vikings, and they smiled at me, and they had black obsidian teeth, and I'm just like, wow, wild. And I didn't feel, and this is my Scorpio energy too, being able to go deep, and I didn't feel fear or anything like that. And I saw them, and they smiled, and they had black obsidian, and they held up this black obsidian, which is, being able to transmute dark energy, the shadows, everything like that. And the seer, or whatever it was, swallowed it, and then I could feel it go down me, and it went down, and then boom, it hit the bottom of my root chakra, and I actually heard a manifestation sound from that. It was like psh, And I kind of woke up a bit, and then I'm like, no, let's stay here because we need to feel this message, And then after that happened, I had Osiris come. And Osiris is the god of the underworld, right? The god of death. I had Osiris come, and he says, my girl, like, and this is for everyone, my girl, let go and let the past you be released, for you are being reborn. Step into who you are meant to be, who you are truly meant to become, and let go of everything that you are not. Let go of the fears, let go of the shadows. Those egos of you are being put to rest. Their cycle is up. It is the death. And now you shall have your rebirth. And then my eyes popped open, and I'm like, holy shit, man. Because it's so much energy when you go into the depths, when you see visions and stuff like that. So then I had to dissect the creature part, right? Or the seer part. Because I knew it wasn't anything to be afraid of, but it is also like, is this a shadow that is outside of me, or is this something that is within me? What is this? And then I felt it, and it's like, you were being shown one of the darkest, ugliest parts of you, if you can see that, and you were shown a gem within that to not be afraid. And by seeing this and not being afraid, you are embodying the black obsidian. This is why they swallowed it and you gained access to it. And then it was paired with the song. At first, this part of the song was stuck in my head through most of the day. The Billy Eyelid song. I had a dream. I got everything I wanted, and that part was stuck in my head all day. And then the second part was, as long as I'm here, no one can hurt you. And that came after and right when I was having the vision, and it's like, I am here. Nothing can hurt me. Nothing can bring me down, right? And this is for you too. Of course, you're going to see this all within maybe your own lens or whatever. But it is, do not be afraid. Everything is here for you to learn. And you are protected beyond belief, right? Even from the deepest shadows of the soul. Even from the deepest shadows of everybody else. Because when you bring the light into the shadows, when you bring your divine light against a person who is so full of shadows, and when you can accept them and see them, they lose their power, right? And they don't want anything to do with you because your light is too bright. It's overwhelming for them to be around you because you see them, right? And this goes for people, places, things, anything that holds that dense energy, right? Oh man. And then here I am today, and I'm feeling really good, man. Feeling good. I was excited for this video. I'm always excited for these videos, and I think it's because I take the time and I don't rush myself, and when I'm here, I'm truly here. So yeah, that's one of the things I'm practicing, is being at ease and resting truly. And knowing that everything is still working out for me, even though I am resting, right? I think that people think, like we all have it in our minds, okay, let it go and let it flow. Just let it go. But then it's like, when you let it go, or when you stop doing things how you used to, you feel like you're not going to see the results. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing is, the more I take care of myself, the more results I'm seeing, right? Because I'm taking care of my abundance, my health, my wealth, which is me, which is my health. Yeah. Yes, and we are all stepping through the gates of heaven. And it will be reflected through our reality. There are a lot of endings, but there are a lot of beginnings. And the key is to have faith and trust above all else. Faith above fear. Love above hate. Passion above not passion. Thanks. Sometimes the words just flow, and then sometimes they don't. Alright, let's move into some tarot. Right off the bat, got the Nine of Pentacles. Everything is here for you. You just have to shift and see, right? You are everything, and everything is you. When you see the abundance within you, you see abundance within the world. Alright, what else do we got going on, Spirit? Yeah, Temperance, balance. Yes, balance. Because there is so much going on right now. There is so much moving. There are so many moving pieces to bring in this new beginning. And we all have to relax and kind of filter out the energies to come into the structure, right? You see the angel is above the earth, deciding which paths to choose, right? And which ones need to become of the old, right? Osiris energy there, death and rebirth. Osiris is not only the energy of death, but he is rebirth. He holds the energy of earth, of green, right? And that is the divine feminine of co-creation, right? So, what are you co-creating with the universe, with your soul? Yeah, Three of Wands. Yeah, big energy. There's going to be an energy shift of where you're feeling really good. You're going to have the energy to do the things that you want to do, but it's because you went through this transformation to nourish yourself, to understand what your guides and what your own visions are telling you, right? And then we have the Princess of Cups. Yeah, have fun. Have fun within your world. Your cup is full. This is a new beginning of love, of prosperity, of unity. You see those two dolphins down there and this turtle here saying, remember, it is okay. It is okay to go slow. It is okay to take it step by step because your structure is here. Your paradise is here. And then we have these fish that are flying and moving into spirit, into a dove, from flow into flight, from the subconscious, from the spiritual into the manifested reality. Yeah. And having fun. Yeah, and she has this cape of like lotuses too. Bloom, babies. Lotus can't be a lotus without the muck, right? Yeah, Eight of Wands. Something has been triggered within your heart of saying, hey, there's a different way to do things. And it could be like, I can see this as being like ego deaths, right? Ego deaths and saying, okay, what is true to your heart? Let go of what doesn't electrify your heart, right? Unbind yourself from what doesn't serve you. Yeah, Nine of Wands. Go forward even if you're scared. Move through them. Move through the shadows, right? If it's happening for a reason. You manifested the situation, and now it's your choice. What we do not change, we choose, right? So what are you stepping into and choosing? And, you know, even if you're moving through the doubts, through the worries, through the anxiety, have the confidence to do so. Duality is here and it's on your side, though. You're seeing both sides of the coin. And you're having the strength to move forward. And you can see this man, this masculine energy, has the spirals on his hands. Yeah, he understands. He understands the pattern that's being released right now. And his inner son is fueling him to move forward and to follow his intuition, right? As he as he takes that masculine step of walking forward. Let's go ahead and move into, so this was the Star Tarot. This is the Talisman Oracle. And then we have messages of the Cosmic Oracle that I'll be pulling after this. So what other messages do we have? Yeah, let go. I'm saying, man, let go. Big energy. And we have Cancer energy coming in with this crab. Nourish yourself and let yourself bloom. Let go what doesn't need to be in your house of hearts, right? Cancer energy is all about family too. So if you need to let go of some things from your family, you know, if they're not supporting the new structure that your house is being built on now, your home within your heart, let it go, man. And change, yes, the shift is here, the change is here. Be the chameleon, be the shapeshifter. Yes. The chameleon changes to his environments. He knows how to flow with the environments, right? And then we have that kind of like the flower of life in the background. The world is going to bloom no matter what. And you can move against it, or you can flow with it. Yeah, and safe travels. You are safe. That's that black obsidian coming in, right? Yeah, the tumultuous waves, even though we have the riptides, we are safe. We are above. Look above and observe what is going on so that you're not being drowned by the big changes, right? And knowledge, receiving a lot of knowledge as we do so. This is the Akash opening up for us. Your own Akash opening up for you. And you understanding who you are becoming. And what patterns don't serve you, what lights you up. And the beautiful energies that you are seeing within you, let them bloom. And have confidence within yourself and know that you are the light. You are this lantern that is shining the light upon the Akash, that is opening up all of this knowledge for you to move forward. And then we have healing energy on the bottom. Yeah. Healing in the background. What else do we got going on? These two flew out. Stop giving away your power right now. Yeah, stop giving away your power to what doesn't serve you. And this is direct, you know? And it's kind of like you can see within the cosmos here, it kind of looks like an arm, a muscle, right? You have all of the muscle in the world. It is your choice. Stop giving away your power and seal up those leaks within your auric field. If you don't need to think about something, if you're thinking about somebody else thinking about something about you, seal it up, you know? It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of you. It matters about your embodiment of yourself, of your soul. And then we have, someone is in need of your love. Offer it to them. Yeah. Who's in need of your love? Who is coming through? And you can feel it too. You can feel a divine resonance. Maybe you've been too busy to give them the love that you think, or maybe you've been hesitant. You know, just feel it out. And give them love, you know? And giving love is receiving love too. So, okay, you guys, I believe this is it for today's message. Thank you all for being here. I love you guys so much, and I will see you when I see you, right? All right, Ram, namaste. Peace, serenity, one love, yes. All right, peace. Later, guys. Later, dudes. Later, dudes.